I say $30,000.
30,000? That sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna fill this whole space.
I made a list of 10 classic machine tricks, then paired them up in absurd combinations.
It's a game of zany action on a crazy contraption.
Thinking about the event, I am nervous. It might fail, it might work, I don't know, but let's see what happens.
For me, the household machine is sort of like a tribute to the videos that really inspired me to get started building chain reactions.
Hey Sprice, can you pass the salt, please?
Alright, so at number 10 we have 100,000 subscribers by Dax Dominos. So for the past couple of years, Dax Dominos has been consistently outdoing themselves and showing massive improvement with each of their big releases. And this screen link shows not just how much their channel has grown over the years, but also how much their style has evolved. Dax Dominos has a very unique style with several interesting aspects such as creative color usage and clever incorporations of machine elements, and this screen link manages to organize and present them better than ever before. Throughout the entirety of the video, they're able to create this sort of rhythmic flow that cycles through different types of clips, such as colorful blobs, creative designs, and innovative tricks. And this consistent pace is actually what's able to hold this whole screen link together, and it allows them to pull off such a long screen link without it feeling ever stale. The boundless, expressive, and free-of-will nature of the screen link allows Dax Dominos to summarize all of the most enjoyable aspects of their style in one single gem of a video that will be remembered for many years to come.
Number 9. Mousetrap Reinvented by the Invention 11. I've recently realized that the most exciting works of art come not from artists shattering the boundaries of their comfort zone, but rather from exploring the undiscovered corners of their existing comfort zone. Prior to this machine, the Invention 11 had firmly established himself as a master of the art of machine building, with a comfort zone specializing in precise, elaborate mechanisms forming the backbone of insanely brilliant tricks and clever, breathtaking feats of motion, which are unquestionably on display here. But Mousetrap Reinvented presented an additional challenge, one that would push Joel closer than ever before to the outer limits of his comfort zone. It required repurposing every element from the iconic board game of Mousetrap. It required a focus on non-linear pathing, with a seamless flow of motion from one element into the next, while nearly every element serves multiple purposes. It required the dexterity and patience to work on a miniature scale, both because the original board game elements are minuscule, and to fulfill the daunting constraint of constructing the entire machine on a single table. The result is a machine jam-packed with intricate devices working in pitch-perfect mechanical harmony, with a labyrinthine sequence of motion that still feels cohesive and understandable. The Invention 11's Mousetrap Reinvented is proof that you don't always need to venture outside your comfort zone to challenge yourself and try something new. You can accomplish that by uncovering the deepest depths of your existing comfort zone. And if this machine is any indication, you'll also be rewarded with a masterpiece.
Number 8. Dominoes vs. Machines Round 6 by JackofAllSpades98 and bpdoles. Dominoes vs. Machines has always been a fan favorite series in the community, but I've always had a slight personal issue with how little attention to detail there is in making the two separate segments mix well into one video. It results in finished products which are at best fun to watch, but are in no way cohesive works. This year's episode, however, was the first of the series where I felt I could really appreciate the video for being a well-balanced collaboration, rather than a competition like the title would imply. Not only are JackofAllSpades98 and bpdoles both masters of their respective artistries, but their two different sections actually play off each other surprisingly well due to their similarities, such as each clip being bound to a similar amount of space, and both parts varying in amounts of energy, speed, and complexity. Dominoes vs. Machines Round 6 is not just on this list because of bpdoles' unique take on the color wheel, or for JackofAllSpades98's flipping board trick that had literally everyone who watched the video wheezing, but because of how two seemingly opposite segments are able to work together in harmony, which to their credit, is not an easy thing for a video like this to accomplish.
Coming in at number 7, we have Domino Project 7 by bpdoles. In the community, Domino compilation videos that show many smaller separated setups are often held at a lower standard because of their disconnected nature. Now people often resort to throwing in unused setups into the video. However, bpdoles, a rising powerhouse of a domino artist, perfectly demonstrates how a domino compilation should look. Domino Project 7 showcases everything special about the style of bpdoles, and as you watch each concept unfold, you almost forget that there are separated projects because of how well each project works with one another throughout the video. Each idea is perfectly placed within the setup, and through his endless imagination of ideas and arrangements, bpdoles is able to demonstrate genuine artistic expression, which is usually completely overlooked when creating any type of chain reaction. From some of the most effective color usage ever seen, to the innovative tricks, structures, and designs in each project, to the way the excitement of the dominoes harmonizes with the uplifting music. This video flows effortlessly from beginning to end, making you feel like you are immersed in a domino euphoria.
Number 6, Domino World 2019. Domino World is an event hosted by bpdoles with help from many other newer generation builders from around North America. These newer generation builders are also the community's best and most innovative builders, and it's so fun to see them all in one place for a week, creating what is currently the biggest balanced domino and machine event in the world. The domino section starts with big designs and moves into more intricate ideas while displaying both styles really well. It also takes height differences to its advantage, which is really good for live event viewing, and not even just using different base levels. There are so many different kinds of structures and patterns that it definitely stands out from domino sections of other events even without a theme. The machine sections are also very complex by concept, but stable by design. Event machines seem to be going in this general direction, and the Domino World machines do a very good job of showcasing that. There's also a good variety of machine objects on each table, so the event doesn't feel like there's too much of one kind of trick. I'm always very happy to see a good live event that features artist creativity above anything else. Domino World is the current benchmark for all light community chain reaction events, and I admire its success.
Number 5, the Pool Party Machine by Steve Price and many other amazing builders. After a massive success of last year's Lemonade Machine, Price Machines got a team together for his second house-wide machine. As the name suggests, this chain reaction takes place and makes its way through an entire house, which is absolutely crazy to me. I was there and helped with some of the finishing touches, and being able to see the setup live made it even more impressive. Many unconventional materials and toys were brought together to create unique and thematically fitting tricks. Yet the builders made sure that the tricks are made in a way where the viewers could easily follow along. When machine builders bring their know-how and materials together, it's crazy to see what they come up with. What I liked about this is that still each section looked unique, and you could tell that different builders with different styles of building worked on it. The attention of detail and the cleanness of the machine makes it even more entertaining. And let's not forget about the literal massiveness of this machine. So many tricks combining into an almost 9-minute long video, and yet it feels fresh, inspired, and not repetitive compared to last year's housewide machine. My favorite trick must be that they even got the machine to play Smash on the TV. And in the end, we got to see a more than deserved pool party. Great job and congrats to everyone involved.
Number 4. 11 Inventions 9 by The Invention 11. The latest installment of one of the machine community's most celebrated series, it's no surprise to see 11 Inventions 9 on the list. Though with each trick featuring a pendulum, I'm sure there was plenty of back and forth between the judges on this one. In all seriousness though, this video is a work of art, and the Invention 11's attention to detail and creativity are evident in every clip. As might be expected, there are plenty of swinging pendulums, but there are also less predictable motions thrown in. Smooth jumping, flipping, and folding motions keep the video exciting, and the coordination of these motions with impeccable timing, both where it's necessary and when it isn't, lend many of these clips an almost acrobatic style. Despite their apparent graceful ease, many of these motions are clearly the product of extensive design work, and looking closely reveals evidence of this. Rubber bands, complex timing devices, and strategically designed weights make these tricks possible, and yet the Invention 11's clean style keeps the motion at the forefront, with the nuts and bolts of the trick subtly woven in. Each clip's main idea is fresh as well, showcasing new and creative uses and reuses of the pendulum. This refreshing take on a classic machine idea isn't just notable for its main ideas, though. It also has many good examples of clever small transitions and ball reuses, which add a lot to the video in their own right.
And rolling into the podium at spot number 3 is 50 Chain Reaction Tricks by Sir Gabe. After an entire year of hard work and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, Gabe provided us with arguably his best work yet. There's truly no way for me to talk about everything I love about this masterpiece unless I had more than an hour to speak, but I'm going to do my best to keep it brief. Anyway, this video consists of, as indicated by the title, 50 chain reaction tricks, but the title gives no indication of how mind-numbingly incredible those 50 chain reaction tricks are. From the very first clip in the video, Gabe hits his audience with this Rube Goldberg genius and is able to captivate his viewers for 9 minutes straight. The many foreign objects he used in this video, combined with his natural talent of creating multi-use elements, is what makes every trick in this video so enjoyable to watch. Seriously, it's hard to pinpoint what Gabe didn't use in this project. He used a slinky, a Newton's cradle, a hairdryer, a dog. He used a multi-use dog. It would be a sin to rank a video with a multi-use dog in it anywhere that isn't in the top 5 at least. But, above all else, what sticks out to me the most about this work of art is that every trick is satisfying. The fact that Gabe is able to control the chaotic motions in each trick in such a smooth way is very pleasing to the eye. Everything that moves in this video is calculated and engineered to fall exactly into place and look a certain way. It's very easy for machines to reach a point of complexity that makes them hard to understand, but Gabe is able to exemplify the beauty of simplicity in machines to such an extent that I cannot help myself from watching this video over and over again. A lot of the longer Rube Goldberg machine videos that I have seen have the tendency to compromise quality for quantity, where making as many tricks as possible becomes the priority. 50 chain reaction tricks is not the case. Gabe's ability to consistently display his unmatched chain reaction expertise is what makes this project the third best video of 2019.
Number 2, The Key Finder by JackofAllSpades98. After being used to a constant stream of brilliant complex machines with intricate paths and mind-blowing motions and mechanisms, the idea of Lyle making a machine based on the more traditional, household object-based styles in the community made this seem like much more of a daunting task, as this is such a significant departure from his usual style of building. But of course, this wouldn't be a JackofAllSpades98 machine if it wasn't pulled off flawlessly. The simplicity of the motions and the sequence in which these motions play out, combined with the relatability the audience already has to many of the objects used in the machine, allows for essentially anyone with any level of machine knowledge to have a clear understanding of what's happening. What makes this machine truly something else, though, is that this strive towards simplicity does not diminish the impact of any of the tricks at all. From flipping hangers, to swinging belts, to sliding books, to using an actual thermostat in a machine, every trick manages to both captivate and then smoothly transition into the next. Anyone who watches this video for the first time is placed into a perfect state of flow, where the complexity of the machine will almost always match the viewer's understanding, yet the tricks are still so captivating that the machine manages to retain the viewer's interest all the way through. All in all, this machine manages to encapsulate everything that is awesome about the household object machine style, and for that reason, this is more than deserving of a place in the top 10. Congrats, Lyle.
In 2019, there were so many great videos that only mentioning 10 of them would not have fairly represented the wide variety of amazing talent from across this community. Here are some of the best videos from this year that missed the top 10 by a narrow margin. Blue Marble 4 by Domino. Domino Rally 16 by Twig. The Popcorn Pouring Machine by Flash Domino and others. Pass the Salt by Joseph's Machines and Sprice Machines. Incredible Domino Ideas by Double Domino. And the Vsauce Machine by JackofAllSpades98.
Finally, number 1. 36,000 Dominoes, new personal record by MarDominoes. Just for a moment, I want you to imagine yourself climbing into your attic and thinking, I have a strong urge to individually place 36,000 multicolored stones that cover the entire span of this attic floor in arrangements so ingenious and cunning that every second of the setup is downright brilliant, but at the same time I need to make sure I don't run out of any materials or colors, and to invent at least a dozen new structures along the way, and also be able to film it all clearly so people won't get lost watching it. And I'm going to plan and build all of this by myself. Well, there's a taste into the mind of Nathan. Enormous personal record setups are, by far, the most challenging style of domino video to create, as the entire scope of your project is standing all at once in front of you, and the amount of understanding towards placement, timings of ideas, space management, and reliability, not even mentioning the sheer amount of patience and dexterity required for a project of this scale, is unimaginable to the point where it shouldn't even seem possible for a video like this to exist, and yet each and every moment is humming with vibrant colors, eye-catching effects, satisfying geometric designs, and creative pathing sequences, along with many callbacks and references to many of his previous works, mainly 32,000 Dominoes, which some could perceive as too similar to stand out. But this video is not on the top of this list for presenting a brand new original concept to the community, but rather for demonstrating what happens when a master artist with a universally adored style truly goes all out on one project and doesn't hold back. Now, chances are we're not going to be seeing any major releases from Nathan for a long time, but I like to think of this setup as a symbol for how far Nathan has grown as a builder. Ever since I became a part of this community, Nathan has always been there, pushing the art form forwards and constantly coming up with new ways to innovate on ideas and entertain viewers. From the original Domino chaos all the way back in 2014, to the iconic record-breaking screen link of 2016, to the monumental 32,000 Domino personal record of 2018, and finally this in 2019. Nathan has shown time after time again that the road to stardom and mastery cannot be conquered through frequent low-effort uploads, but through true dedication of creation of masterpieces that are groundbreaking and transformative. And this setup marks a final chapter to this collection of incredible projects. And there's not really much more I can say other than thank you, Nathan, for everything you have done for this community. And I hope that future artists can take inspiration from your legacy and bring domino art to even greater heights than you have achieved. And even if your channel goes dormant in the next few years, or you can't find much time to build in the future, I can assure you that so long as the domino community continues onwards, the name and legacy of MarDominoes will never be forgotten.